Why Alexandra Eala must be considered a huge threat for the Dubai Open title. Alexandra Eala will head to Dubai knowing full well that she needs to perform better than she did in Qatar. After all, a first-round exit to fellow youngster Teresa Valentova marked a huge disappointment for the Filipina sensation, who will feel the weight of expectation as her stock continues to grow. She is arguably the biggest tennis star on the planet right now, yet the gaping flaws within her game are preventing her from being a genuine threat for these elite events. However, fortunately for her, circumstances have emerged that could actually turn her into a genuine threat to challenge for the Dubai Open title. Alex Eala must be considered a threat for the Dubai Open title. Ironically, Alexandra Eala's biggest challenge early on in the draw will likely be her first-round match. She faces a frighteningly in-form Hailey Baptiste, with the American having beaten her upcoming opponent in the Australian Open just last month. However, should Eala manage to bypass the lucky loser, the draw opens up massively, with Jasmine Paolini the only real seeded threat of note. The Italian is hardly in inspiring form, having lost in the first round of the Qatar Open most recently. What adds to the 20-year-old's chances of a deep run is the big names that have had to pull out. Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek have already withdrawn from Dubai, leaving a power vacuum that plenty of stars will feel they can take advantage of. Eala should be brimming with confidence. Alexandra Eala's projected Dubai Open draw. As touched upon earlier, Eala's projected draw in Dubai underpins the bulk of this hopeful title suggestion. After all, should she get past Baptiste, the youngster boasts a great chance to claim a high-ranked scalp against Paolini and secure her spot in the round of 16. Then Eala will not face another top 10 player until at least the quarterfinals, where Coco Gauff should be waiting. Although, even the world number 4 should not strike overwhelming fear, given her struggles early in 2026. Eala has proven her penchant for success at a WTA 1000 event, and now has a prime opportunity to back that Miami run-up here in the Middle East. Round pushpin why Alexandra Eala is a genuine threat for the Dubai Open title. When you talk about emerging powerhouses in women's tennis right now, few stories are as electric or as inspiring as that of Alexandra Eala. At just 20 years old, Eala has already rewritten history for her nation and emerged as one of the most intriguing competitors on the WTA Tour. If you're thinking about the upcoming Dubai Open, it's not just logical but compelling to consider her not merely a dark horse, but a serious title contender. Here's why. Collision 1. A breakout trajectory that commands respect. Eala's progress has been meteoric, not gradual. In the span of just a couple of seasons, she's gone from relative obscurity to breaking WTA milestones that few players achieve at any age. In 2025, she became the first woman from the Philippines to break into the WTA Top 100, a breakthrough that signaled her arrival on the global stage. Shortly after, she continued to climb, cracking the top 50, and most recently breaking into the top 40 in early 2026, again a historical first for her country. These aren't small accomplishments. They're clear evidence that her development isn't just sustained, it's accelerating. Brain 2. She has defeated elite competition. What truly separates potential from threat status in professional tennis is results against top players, and Eala has those. At the 2025 Miami Open, she didn't just compete, she dismantled expectations. As a wild card ranked outside the top 100 at the time, she dispatched season champions including Madison Keys and Yelena Ostapenko, both Grand Slam winners. Most stunningly, she beat world number 2 Iga Swiatek in straight sets, a seismic result that thrust her into the tennis conversation globally. That run carried her to a WTA 1000 semifinal, making her one of the few wild-card entrants ever to reach that stage and signaling that she isn't intimidated by big moments. Direct hit 3. Mental fortitude and competitive grit. Titles aren't won by raw talent alone, they're won by players who can fight through adversity. Eala has shown this time and again. She reached her first WTA final at the 2025 Eastbourne Open, narrowly missing the title in a grueling three-setter where she held multiple championship points. She's battled through tough draws and shown an ability to stay in rallies, stay confident under pressure, and challenge seasoned professionals. This mental toughness is what separates title contenders from also-rans, and it bodes extremely well for a high-stakes tournament like the Dubai Open. Trophy 4. A rapidly growing game on the big stage. Some players have steady careers, others explode onto the scene. Eala has done the latter. Beyond her breakthrough performances, she has WTA-level match wins and deep runs under her belt, not just isolated flashes of brilliance. She trained at a world-class academy, the Rafa Nadal Academy, where she developed both tactical nous and physical resilience. Her athleticism, court awareness, and left-handed game make her a tricky opponent on the hard courts where the Dubai Open is played, surfaces where serving aggression and baseline control are key. For many competitors, rising quickly can mean vulnerability. For Eala, it appears to have bred confidence rather than fear. Globe showing Europe-Africa 5. The element of surprise, a competitive advantage. Top players today spend their careers studying opponents, scouting weaknesses, and preparing for established rivals. Eala presents a wild card for others, literally and metaphorically. She's still defining her identity at the top level, which means opponents might underestimate her, giving her tactical and psychological leverage. Her matches often defy prediction, making her a unique challenge for seasoned players who prepare for familiar patterns. In short, she's an unknown quantity in the best way, unpredictable, dynamic, and capable of explosive performances. Sparkle 6. A rising star with momentum. Momentum in tennis is real. Players who enter tournaments with confidence and recent success often outperform expectations. Eala's ongoing climb up the rankings, combined with solid early 2026 results, gives her both points and belief going into Dubai. When a player believes they deserve a big title, they start playing like it, and that's exactly the psychological shift Eala appears to be enjoying. Exploding Head 7. She represents more than just herself. There's an intangible but undeniable force that drives some athletes: national pride and narrative. Eala isn't just playing for herself, she's carrying the hopes of a growing tennis fanbase across the Philippines and Southeast Asia more broadly. That extra motivation, to prove she belongs among the sport's elite, can elevate performance beyond raw ability. When every match feels like a statement, players often rise to the occasion. Tennis conclusion: a threat, not just a contender. To sum it up, Alexandra Eala is a huge threat for the Dubai Open title for 5 interlocking reasons. She's on a rapid upward trajectory, breaking ranking barriers and rewriting history.